afternoon.
Hi there.
Okay, John, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Look, just want to start off by thanking everybody for the work that's gone into allowing us to come today to present to you on the screen. It's a shame we're not actually there. And thank everybody else for your attendance and attention. It really is appreciated. So we've organised this presentation just to talk to you a little bit about Yorkshire Water and also to tell you about what support may be available to yourselves, and we can explain how we can support you with your water bill.
Okay, so the aim of today is for us to provide you with the information regarding all the support schemes Yorkshire Water has available for their customers, so you maybe can look at reducing your yearly charges or, if applicable, your debts with us. Now, according to the Consumer Council for Water, 5 out of 6 people who can't afford their water bills are not getting the support that they need. At Yorkshire Water, we do work with our customers to get you on the best scheme for your circumstances. We offer payment plans, cap charges and tailored arrangements.
Can I just ask, are we all right for sound before we push on? Can everybody hear?
Pardon?
I think that's yes, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So all these schemes come with a payment plan, and those could be weekly, fortnightly, monthly, quarterly or half yearly. It's good to know that customers can have one or more of our schemes running alongside each other, and we'll explain that in more detail soon.
Okay, so today we are going to give you information regarding all these support schemes, what they entail and how you can apply for them if applicable. We will have a question and answer session at the end of the presentation, so if you can keep any questions until the end of the session, that would be fantastic. So today we're going to talk to you about the water support scheme. So this may be applicable if you have got an annual water bill over £430 and you receive a below income.
And we'll do a quick run through about water meters. So if you've got more bedrooms than people, you can actually make a saving by having a meter installed. And also what a lot of people don't realise is you can have that on a 2-year trial period.
Then we've got the Community Trust. This is one of our debt schemes. So this is for customers who have water arrears between £50 to £2,000, along with other priority debts outstanding.
And then another scheme is Water Shore. So if you've already got a meter and there's somebody in the household in receipt of an income-based benefit, and either of the following, either 3 or more children live there who are under the age of 19, or someone lives there that's got a medical condition and that causes extra water to be used.
Then we have the Water Direct scheme. So this is for customers who have arrears with us over £75 in receipt of a deductible benefit. We can deduct that at source.
And then Resolve is a restart plan that we offer, and it's for customers who've got 12 or more months of arrears, so that the aim is to get them debt-free and going forward with an affordable payment plan.
Then we have the Priority Services Register. So this is an additional free service to help customers who may need some extra support from us.
And then we'll tell you about our free efficiency packs, our water savers. So they'll help you save water around the home. It all adds up. And we'll show you what they are and how you can get hold of them.
Okay, so we're going to start today with the water support scheme. So water support could help you reduce your annual charges to the average Yorkshire Water bill amount. So who will qualify for this scheme? Any of our customers that receive a low household income and have a yearly water charge for this year of £430, you could possibly apply for this scheme. Water support will reduce your yearly charges to a fixed amount of £418.92, and on average customers do save around £205 per year. So to see if this scheme is applicable for yourselves, we will need to know how many people live at your property and the total net household income received. Now, there are 4 benefits that we do not take into consideration, which are child benefit, personal independent payment, disability living allowance and attendance allowance. So you may be claiming one or more of these benefits, which will not be included in the calculation of your household income. We do have a criteria for different family makeups, so it does differ according to the number of occupants living with you. Now, customers who want to apply for the scheme, you will complete an application form and return this to us with proof of your household income, and we will advise if you have been successful. Now, this scheme is available to any of our Yorkshire Water customers, and it doesn't matter if you are currently billed on metered or unmetered charges, as long as that yearly bill is over £430. Now, water support can be automatically awarded for you between 1 to 3 years, depending on your circumstances. And when we require you to renew the scheme, we will contact you at that point. And if you have savings over £16,000, unfortunately, you will not qualify for water support, irrelevant of your net household income.
Thanks, Joe. So next, just a quick word about water meters. And for unmetered customers, we'd like to offer you the opportunity to see if you could be charged differently for your supply. For some people, a water meter might be the best option to save money. So, as I said, a good rule of thumb is that if you've got more bedrooms than people, a water meter might be best for you. So, as you can see on this slide, there's an estimate of how much Yorkshire Water think a typical family might use according to the number of occupiers. So just to give you some examples, there I am on the top left, living by myself, and last year my bill was £227. Joe's part of a couple, and last year her bill was £264. Poor old Craig lives with another 4 adults queuing for the bathroom in the morning, and last year his bill was £564. So that's just a few examples from staff members. The water meters themselves are installed for free and can take up to 90 days from the date of application to be fitted. And more popular than you might imagine, last year we fitted over 40,000 meters. Most meters are fitted with an automatic reader, which means it can be read remotely, so the meter reader doesn't actually have to bother you to take a read and do it outside with a Bluetooth device. If for any reason we can't install the meter, if it's a cheaper option, we'll bill you on what's called an assessed charge. Just out of interest, just so you know, water meters are recorded in cubic meters, which is 1,000 litres, or in old money, that's 220 gallons, and for that it'll cost you £1.42, and you'd be able to make with that 3,300 cups of lovely Yorkshire tea, or you could have 11 baths if you'd rather, or you could do a mixture of both, I suppose. The easiest way to apply is online via the website. You could request a free callback at a time to suit you, or if you prefer, you can ring in and make an appointment there and then. If you decide to have a water meter, you get 2 years to trial it and see if you actually do make a saving, and at any point within the 2 years you can revert back to your previous unmetered charge. If you do revert back, the meter does remain at the property and the next occupiers will be charged on that water meter.
Thank you, John. Okay, so we'll move on now to the Community Trust. So Yorkshire Water's Community Trust is a charity who have an independent board of trustees who have nothing to do with us at Yorkshire Water. And the Trust can assist our customers who are struggling to make payments on their water account and maybe have fallen behind with other priority debts as well. To make an application to the Trust, you must have water arrears between £50 to £2,000 along with one other priority debt over £50. So what do the trust class as a priority debt? They will class rent, mortgage, council tax, gas, electricity and HMRC income tax. Now, if you do have arrears with Yorkshire Water and one of the priority debts mentioned, you may be able to get an award of up to £750 towards your arrears. Now, the trust is there to assist customers who are struggling to pay and who have financial hardship. If you are awarded a successful application, you will not be able to reapply to the trust for further funding for 2 years. You can do this twice, and after that it's every 5 years that you can submit an application. Now, the trust last year, they had £900,000 available to support Yorkshire Water's customers, and 1,870 customers were successful and received an award towards their water arrears. Now, the trust did see a drop in applications last year due to the pandemic, but they predict this year, especially as furlough has just ended and the UC top-up has just ended, that applications will increase as it can help customers impacted by COVID get back on track. Now, when applying to the trust, an application form does have to be completed, which can be downloaded directly from our website and returned directly to the trust, either by post or email. The form will need to include proof of your income and proof of your priority debts, and all the proof does have to be dated within the last 3 months and show your name, address and amount received or owed. So applying to the trust could help clear some of your arrears on your water account and make ongoing payments more affordable to you.
Thanks, Joe. So next, we'll tell you about Watershore. The criteria for Watershore are set by DEFRA. As you'll know, that's the Government Department for Food and Farming. So to qualify for this scheme, you must already be on a water meter and be using a high amount of water, a lot of water, and be in receipt of an income-based benefit. And you've either got 3 or more independent children who you're receiving child benefit for, or you've got someone living in the property that's got a medical condition that necessitates them to use extra water. And for the medical conditions, there's obvious ones like incontinence, some skin disorders like psoriasis and eczema, but then we also accept conditions like autism, dementia and Parkinson's disease, and that's just naming a few, that's not the exhaustive list. So what income-based benefit do you need to have to be in receipt of to apply for Watershore? As you can see, there's a list there, but just to point out a couple of things, I'll not read it out. On the child tax credits, there's 2 elements, basic and family. So if you only receive the family element, you wouldn't qualify as it's not classed as an income-based benefit. And in regards to the income-related employment support allowance, there's a contribution-based element. For these, which we don't accept, it has to be income-based or income-related that you receive. To be awarded the scheme, you complete an application form and must provide proof of the income-based benefit that you receive. If you're applying for family reasons, some proof of the child benefit, and if you're applying for medical reasons, some proof of the medical condition. So if you do apply for Watershore, we still read the meter and we review at the end of the 12 months to see whether you actually made a saving, and if you haven't, we'll rebuild the difference to charge you at the cheaper rate. But interesting enough, the average customer makes a saving on Watershore of £534 a year, so many more benefit than do not. If successful, your quarterly bills on Watershore are capped at £104.73 each quarter, and that's £418.92 per year. So if you use a lot of water on a water meter, do think about applying if you fit the criteria.
Thank you, John. Okay, so we'll move on now to Water Direct. So to qualify for Water Direct, you must have water arrears which are over £75 and need to be in receipt of a deductible income-based benefit. So what income-based benefits can we deduct from at Yorkshire Water? We've got universal credits, income-based job seekers allowance, income-related employment and support allowance, pension credit and income support. Now, Water Direct can help you maintain regular payments that contribute both towards your water arrears and your current year's charges. We can arrange for the Department of Work and Pensions to deduct a fixed amount directly from your benefit before you receive it. The ongoing amount deducted is based on your yearly water charges, plus an additional £3.75 per week is deducted for arrears. Now, the arrears figure of £3.75, that is set by the Department of Work and Pensions, and unfortunately it is not negotiable. Now, you can have up to 3 deductions taken at any one time from your benefit, so it might make life easier for you to apply for Water Direct if you do have arrears over £75, and having monies taken directly from your benefit will stop any further recovery action being taken against you.
Okay, resolve then, and this is our restart scheme, and it can help if you're struggling to catch up with arrears from previous. Is for you to be debt free and paying charges at an amount that you can manage. We agree a payment plan with you over 12 months. So to qualify, you have to be struggling to pay and experiencing financial difficulties. Your water arrears need to be at least 12 months old. Just provide us with income and expenditure, and then we can make an assessment of your situation. The scheme itself is a one-off payment scheme, meaning you want to get offered it once, so it's important to keep up with your payment arrangement, as it will be continued to be offered if you weren't able to make all the payments. And once you've used resolve, it can't be an option further down the line if the customer unfortunately dropped back into arrears. So how does it help you become debt free then? Well, each time you make 3 months of payments, we add an award which removes a portion of the arrears, and this happens each quarter until the final quarter, the fourth one, where we clear the remaining arrears, leaving you with just your ongoing charges to pay. By the way, this is because this is a special arrangement, we can't take payment by direct debit, but you can pay by standing order or a payment card, which is free at the post office, or a pay point, and obviously you can pay by debit or credit card only before online. So if you do have 12 months or more of arrears, it's an ideal scheme to apply for, as it could get you debt free.
Thank you, John. So we'll move on now to the Priority Services Register. So this is an additional free service that you can apply for, and we can provide a range of extra services if required. All energy providers also offer a free Priority Services Register, so if you are signing up to Yorkshire Water's Priority Services, you may also want to apply to gas and electric as well. To register for this service, you can either sign up via our website, or you can ring our free phone number if you do not have access to the internet. So Priority Services is broken down into 3 categories. We've got communication, welfare and supply needs. So communication, this is how we communicate with you. So you may, for example, have sight problems. So you may require large print, braille or audio documentation. You may also want an early warning about pre-planned work that we are going to be doing in your area. And we can send out postcards informing you of these works before they commence. Next we have welfare, which is for the well-being and welfare of our customers. You may want to put a password on your account, or even maybe set up a nominee to deal with your affairs. For customers who are billed on water meters, you may require your meter reading more often. And we can also organise a personal visit from a Yorkshire Water representative if there is a major incident in your immediate area. And the last category that we've got is supply needs. So this is for customers who need a constant supply of water to their homes. Maybe a medical reason, for example, a home dialysis patient, or even families with children under 5 years old. You can sign up for delivery of free bottled water, and this will be delivered to your doorstep if we do have to interrupt your supply for any reason. Now, these are just a few of the free services that we offer. For the full list, please go and visit our website to see what's available. And just to point out to you that you are not limited to the amount of extra services that you can have. So it's not one per household. If you require maybe 4, 5, 6 services, you can sign up for as many as you require.
Okay, next we'll move on to the water savers. We all like a freebie, and currently Yorkshire Water offer 2 packs: the water saving pack and the anti-blockage pack. So it's 1 pack per household and subject to availability. So we'll quickly run through the items in each pack.
Okay, water saving pack. Ideal if you already live in a property that's got a water meter. The items in this pack will save additional money for you. So the first item in this pack is a leaky loo toilet leak detection strip. This is good to use if you think that you've got a leak on your toilet. The strip fits inside the toilet bowl. If after 3 hours the strip remains unchanged, great news, no leak. But if the strip dissolves or the wording becomes blurred, then you do have a leak on your supply. The next item is a saver flush system bag, and this is a sealed bag that goes inside the toilet system, and it will save between 1 to 2 litres per flush. The third item is a shower regulator. So this screws onto the shower hose and it's designed to regulate the water flow, which will save water and money. Fourth item are tap inserts. So these screw onto the bathroom taps to reduce the flow rate from 10 to 5 litres per minute. And the last item is a 4-minute shower timer. So this helps reduce water usage, challenging you to cut down on time spent in the shower. And it's a good little gadget if you have any teenage children living at home, so they don't spend hours in that shower.
Thanks, Jo. So next we'll move on to the anti-blockage pack. So I'll just say we have just had a national campaign about blockages, so that means these have absolutely flown off our shelves and they're currently out of stock. So just keep an eye on it. If you want these, hopefully it will be weeks, but it could be a few months, unfortunately. We'll see how it goes. So the first item in the anti-blockage pack is a hair catcher. I'm of the age where I don't need to worry about my hair blocking the shower. Well, there you go, that's sad. But there's a silver disc there that goes over the plug hole, and then on top of that is a blue rubber flower that goes over the top, and it's got suction pads on it on the bottom, and it'll catch any hair before it goes down the plug hole, saving you a job later on with your tweezers trying to get the hair out. So next we have a gum pot, which is a small collapsible pot for when you've cooked with fats and oils, and instead of it going down the plug hole, you pour your fat while it's still warm in here and put the lid on. Once it's cooled and solidified, you take the scraper and scrape it out into the bin. That also comes with a silver disc for your kitchen sink, so if you prefer to wash up or you don't have the luxury of a dishwasher, you can capture any bits in the water before they drain away. And that finally brings me onto the bags, the box of bags for wipes. The mantra of Yorkshire Water is we don't want wipes in our pipes, and pretty much all wet wipes that claim to be flushable are actually not. They're causing lots of problems, as you may be aware, with blocked sewer pipes. So if you use wipes, you can send for a box, pop your wipes in the bag instead of down the toilet. And both of these ordinarily are available off the Yorkshire Water website.
Okay, so we're just going to give you a quick recap on what we've spoke to you about today. So the water support scheme, if you've got a bill over £430 and you receive a low income, this may be applicable for yourselves.
and we quickly did water meters and said that if you've got more bedrooms than people, you can make a saving, and there's a 2-year trial.
Okay, if you've got debt situation with us, the Community Trust could give you a maximum award of £750 for customers who have water arrears with us between £50 to £2,000.
And then water short, so this is for a property with a meter already, using a lot of water in receipt of an income-based benefit, and either got 3 children there or a medical issue.
Then we've got the Water Direct scheme, so that is if you've got arrears over £75 in receipt of one of those 5 deductible benefits that we mentioned, you could apply for Water Direct.
And then results, so your arrears are more than 12 months old, and you've got a low income with a low surplus.
And your Priority Services Register, so that's the free service to help those of you who may need some extra support from us.
And then we just showed you the water savers, the free packs and products around the home.
Okay, so how do you contact us? Everything that we've spoken about today, you can actually view on our website under Help Paying Your Bill link, and here all the application forms can be downloaded as well. You can give our lovely customer services team a call on the 0345 number, and they would direct you to the relevant team for the particular scheme that you're inquiring about. You can write to us at our PO Box address in Bradford. On our website, you can request a free callback on a day and time that suits yourselves. If any of you out there know what tweeting's about, you can tweet us, and we're also available on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, well that's just about the end of the presentation. I really appreciate you listening. Apologies for those of you who weren't able to see the screen. Wasn't aware of that. Just to finish off, we've made a quick guide with a couple of lines about each subject, and I mentioned at the start that customers may be eligible for more than one scheme at a time, so just to give you a quick example of how we think that might work. So a customer living on their own with a yearly water bill of £555, they're not on a meter, and they're in receipt of job seekers allowance, we've got water arrears of around £1,600 and substantial rent arrears. So that customer could request a water meter to reduce future charges, apply to Water Direct to make payments easier, then also apply to the trust who could make an award toward the water arrears. There's 2 you can't have together actually, that's trust and resolve. You can't go and resolve and apply for funding from the trust at the same time, and vice versa. All that remains really is just to say thank you very much from Joanne and myself. So